I also picked up a couple of games for my PlayStation Portable. I picked up Lord of the Rings Tactics, which it's a tactical RPG set in the Lord of the Rings universe. I like a good RPG. I like. I haven't moved the mouse in so goddamn long that my computer screen went black and scared me there for a second. I thought it shut off. I like a good RPG. I like the Lord of the Rings universe and the movies and the books. I am looking forward to giving that a try. Hopefully it's not that bad, but reviews of it weren't glowing. But it was pretty cheap, so I figured for a cheap price I'd give it a try. And the other one was Siphon Filter Logan's Shadow, or Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, not Logan's Shadow. Logan's Shadow was the sequel, because the PSP got two games, Siphon Filter Dark Mirror and Siphon Filter Logan's Shadow, and I believe those were the last two. Siphon Filter games. Like, Sony, hop on to it, man. Get us a new Siphon Filter game. That'd be pretty sweet. Like, make one for the PlayStation 4. Like, announce that shit. That'd be awesome. But the Siphon Filter games for the PlayStation Portable were actually pretty fucking awesome. Like, if you haven't played them before, would recommend checking them out. I remember playing a demo of them back in the day, because I used to be in, I don't remember what they called it. It was PlayStation MVPs or something like that, where they would send you behind the scenes stuff and like demo discs and shit. And they would ask you to go on the PlayStation blog and whatnot and write reviews of. Oh, right in the fucking face. Like write reviews of the demos and stuff like that. And I did that for Logan's Shadow, and it's long gone now, I'm sure. I haven't been on the PlayStation forums, the official PlayStation forums, in a long time. But, yeah, I did that on my PlayStation blog back in the day. I wrote a review of it, and wrote a preview, rather, because it was a preview of the demo. And then never got around to actually buying the full game. So now I have the full game, and I'm looking forward to actually playing through it and giving it a try. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, great. I remember it playing and controlling well and looking surprisingly good. Like, you don't expect too much from the PlayStation Port. It was way advanced for its time, but it was still technically less capable than the PlayStation 2 was. It had I think it had a 233 megahertz processor versus the 333 megahertz of the PlayStation 3. So it was less capable than that. Obviously ran at a lower resolution, but it had some pretty good looking games. Like, people that got the most out of their hardware could really get some just gorgeous games from that. For at least for the time. I don't know how well any of them hold up today. Like, but yeah, there's other PlayStation games that I want to get before I do a video. Like, I would love to pick up Daxter again. I had that back in the day, and that's a great platformer. Great little platformer for the system. The version of Final Fantasy Tactics is better than it is on the original PlayStation. And I'll probably get some gameplay of both of those PlayStation Portable games uploaded to my gameplay channel. I'm a little bit scared to upload gameplay of the Lord of the Rings Tactics, because I know that it uses video clips from the movie, and that'll probably get me in a world of trouble. Like, the movie industry is way more harsh about copyright and fair use and shit like that than the gaming industry is. Like, it's ridiculous just how much more strict they are about that. Like, I'm so glad I don't do movie reviews, because apparently it's a nightmare to deal with. Game reviews, most game companies that aren't Konami, and at least until recently Nintendo, I don't know if Nintendo is still this way or not, but most of them will not copyright claim your work on YouTube, so you're free to let's play and review games as you see fit. And a lot of indie devs will just like pin a tweet or something at the top of their Twitter feed that'll say, feel free to let's play and review my game if you want to. Stuff like that. Like, I know Freak Zone Games, who I have... Freak Zone Games has said on multiple occasions that you're free to do that. And I have actually reviewed... Let's Played and reviewed one of his games. I did... Monos the Hands of Fate a couple years ago when it got ported to Steam, and did a video review of that, and a full Let's Play and a video review of that. It was pretty darn good. I want to do a video review of the PlayStation Portable eventually, and I want to get some more games for it before I do. I've got about 11 games for it right now, but I'm missing some of the big ones. Like, I want to show you, like, if you want RPGs, this was your go-to system. You know what I mean? Especially if you want Japanese RPGs in particular, the PlayStation Portable was your go-to system. That's where you went to get them during the 7th generation, because obviously American Western RPGs dominated the market during the 7th generation, and apart from like crappy Final Fantasy games and Mistwalkers stuff, like, seriously, fuck Final Fantasy 13. That game's awful. Lost Odyssey is the game that we deserved. It is what Final Fantasy 13 should have been. It's a much better game. Oh shit, it's a much better game than 13 is. Better story, better characters, better music, more likable. It's just a... Lost Odyssey's awesome, 13 sucks. I should just put it that way.
Hey. Badra, how are you?
Good.
I brought you these pellets.
Two of the...
Thought maybe you could use them.
It's a good Ajay. But you
Two
keep
of the
them.
biggest
She has
problems
enough
that
for
people had with the PlayStation Classic was that a bunch of the
This one is about the demon yellow.
a bunch of the games
This one is
are
about the goddess
the
Kira.
PAL versions instead of the
And that one
NTSC versions,
is about
and you
the-
don't get analog control in any form. There's a way to solve both of these problems for $20.
If he believes about
Look up the 8-bit dope wireless adapter for the PlayStation
being treated as an object.
Portable. And it's not a 100% perfect solution, because it's still the PAL versions of the games forced to run at 60 hertz instead of 50, instead of ones that are designed to run at 60 from the ground up. But it is better. Not only does it let you get into the menu, it lets you get into the menu to change it from running as a 50 hertz PAL game to 60 hertz. But it lets you connect your PlayStation 4 controller and have analog control on these games as well, which will really help you in a game like Metal Gear Solid or Siphon Filter. I tell you that right now. It'll be a big help for that. So, for $20, you can fix its two of its biggest problems. It won't fix the game library naturally, but there are other ways to fix the game library. You can get a USB stick and there are ways to hack it. There are ways to hack the PlayStation Portable, and I'll leave you to look it up. The ways you could hack the thing. I'll leave you to look that up on your own, but it can be done, and you can add your own library of games to it via the USB thumbstick. And that way, you could like combine the analog control with the 8-bit DOE in one, with the 8-bit DOE wireless adapter in one of its USB ports, with a USB thumbstick full of great games that you want to play on it with the other, and suddenly you have a little PlayStation 1 emulation machine that is pretty damn good. And oh shit, I get lost here trying to go back to the fucking village. But so if you do get one, and if you want that PlayStation aesthetic, and you do get a PlayStation Classic for $60, which again I think is worth it at that price. I'll do a more in-depth video review on it at a later date, but I think it's worth it at that price. You can fix basically all three of the major issues, and at worst, it'll probably bring the cost up to what it was at launch. that seems like a pretty good deal. Like for $100, you can get the 8-bit DOE, the PlayStation Classic, and a USB thumbstick if you don't have one already. And that will let you solve the three major issues that people have with the PlayStation Classic. And like you spend $20 on a thumbstick, $20 on the 8-bit DOE, $60 on the PlayStation Classic. There's your $100, and bam, you've got it solved. So it's really not. I mean, first of all, I think its badness is blown way the fuck out of proportion. It's got some frustrating aspects, certainly. And I'm not going to try to deny that. I'm not going to say that this is a perfect thing. It's not. It pales into comparison to what Nintendo put out there. They put out they put out a better, higher quality product in terms of lineup and emulation and options and everything. It's better. I can't deny that. But for $60, I think it's definitely worth it. I have enjoyed mine, and I will continue to enjoy mine as I play through games on it, and I will do a video on it. And don't worry, I will do a video review on the 8-bit DOE as well, and I might do some videos of emulation, emulating other games on it after I hack mine, which I'm not going to do that until I get both of those video reviews out. So it's going to be a little bit for me before I get to that. But it should be good. It should be fun. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. So you're going to get at least 3 hardware reviews this year. You guys excited about that? Doomdog hardware reviews. And I've done hardware reviews in the past, but I've never done one under the name Doomdog. I have reviewed the PlayStation 3. I've reviewed the, this is going back a long way, the Nokia N-Gage QD. And I have reviewed the Atari Jaguar as well. And I've got other hardware that I would like to take a look at. Just because either it's something that I adore and am passionate about. Like, I don't need to tell you that the PlayStation 3 is fucking awesome, but I would love to tell you that the PlayStation 3 is fucking awesome and why it's fucking awesome, as an example. Because I love the PlayStation 3. It's a great console.
I can do it. Way to step up, brother. There's nobody guarding it, but it's a tricky climb. Promise me.
I lost my train of thought again. Yeah, I enjoy doing the hardware reviews. They're not that easy to do because it requires a lot of like recording gameplay of various games, and it's tends to be a bit more complex than just a standard video game review. But it's fun. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy making them, and I want to make more of them. I want to review the 8-bit Doe. I want to review the PlayStation Classic, and I want to review the Xbox One X. You're going to get all 4 of those this year. All 3 of those this year, and I'll probably do more after that. So expect a lot of gameplay of the PlayStation Classic coming to my gameplay channel in the future. There will be a lot more of it. I'll probably upload gameplay of each individual game so I can get a handle on what they're like and how they play, especially the ones that I haven't played before.
But of course, she wasn't the first.
So a lot of PlayStation 1 720p gameplay coming to my gameplay channel. You guys can be excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing through it because I love the PlayStation 1 so goddamn much, and that's the main reason I wanted the PlayStation Classic, because I love it. I love the aesthetic. You get a Raspberry Pi. Again, I know I love the aesthetic of the PlayStation 1, so shut the fuck up. Build quality is actually pretty damn good on it, though. It feels solid. It doesn't feel cheaply put together. Like, when you actually sit down and play through some of the games, you're like, maybe this was a little rushed. Like, this lineup of games could be better. They have European versions for some reason. This feels like it might have been rushed to compete with with Nintendo's 2 micro consoles and stuff like that. But when you actually hold the thing in your hands, it feels like a quality little item. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like they used cheap plastic or like it was cheaply put together or it's like going to crumble in your hands or anything. And the controllers feel... I take this with, I guess, a little bit of a grain of salt because I didn't get a PlayStation 1 until the DualShock was out. So I always played with the DualShock. I didn't have much experience with the original PlayStation controllers, but from what I remember, this feels pretty much dead on to how it felt to hold the original PlayStation controllers. It feels pretty damn good. I like it. So I'm rather impressed with the build quality, at least. God, this game's gorgeous. This is what I'm working on right here is the first mission to go to the tower and climb the tower. The first tower that you climb in the game, because obviously you defend that first tower, but that was like a scripted sequence because the avalanche comes along and just fucking ruins your goddamn day. This is the very first time that you're sent to, like, go climb this tower and stop the propaganda, because what these towers do is they broadcast pagan men's propaganda to the people of Cairo, and he's the leader of the people of Cairo. Like, he's in charge. He's like king or something. I don't rightly know. But this was the game. This right here was the game's big addition. Was a grappling hook, and it's fun to use. But when that's kind of all you add to the formula of Far Cry 3, it kind of still just feels like more Far Cry 3 in a new setting, if you know what I mean. It's fun to use. This game's gorgeous to look at. It's fun to play, but it really does, from what I have played so far, it really does feel a lot like just more Far Cry 3. Oh, fell off. Fell off there. Probably off by a few seconds. But here I was trying to figure out how the fuck to get back off of this little ledge that I fell onto. And then I was like, oh, I can grapple over there. And the grappling hook's pretty cool to use. I enjoy swinging from it, and this is just kind of a tutorial on how to use it. You climb up areas and swing from it and stuff like that. You can even like grapple from one area and then throw it out mid jump and grapple from another area and stuff like that. Here I was trying to search this guy and accidentally picked up a weapon. So it's pretty cool to use. If I remember right, this is an example of grapple, jump, grapple. Grapple? Yeah, this is it. So you grapple and then you leap and grapple to the next one and then climb up. And then you climb up here and you get to the tower. And there are propaganda posters that you can tear down, kind of like the wanted posters in the Assassin's Creed games. That there's obviously beyond this guy, there's one right here, and you just go up to them and tear them down. It's yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this game overall, and I wanted to go back and I wanted to play through these 3 episodes for you guys. And by the time this goes up, by the time these all 3 go up, Dalton will have been home, so we can start recording Little Big Planet anytime soon. I'm looking forward to that. Little Big Planet's fucking awesome, and I think you guys are gonna, if you haven't played it before, highly recommend it. It's a great game. It's a 2D threat platformer with 2 or 3 planes that you can jump between. Like you can jump to the foreground or the background, and it's got a lot of physics-based puzzle and just it oozes charm, like Super Mario 64 levels of oozing charm kind of thing. It just cram-packed with it. It is so much fun and immensely enjoyable, and I'm really looking forward to, like, Dalton's never played it before, so I'm looking forward to see how he reacts to it. I have beaten it years ago, but it's been a long time. A lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. But you can, as you climb up this tower, the propaganda just gets louder and louder, and you can hear it closer and closer. You get to the radio, and you climb up here, and you break the radio, and that frees. And all these towers are like shitty and condemned. They're all in shitty shape like this, from what I can tell. Like, it's like this country is in like civil war because you got rebels that pagan men, the Golden Circle that pagan men refers to as terrorists, and you consider them terrorists if you want. You consider them not terrorists if you want. That's up to you. They don't like pagan men very much, and they're kind of at war with him while he's struggling to maintain control of this place. And there's a lot of Oh, the zip lines are a lot of fun too. Come down here and then it puts you right in front of this house to let you know that there's another mission for you to do. So it's constantly got you going from one mission to the next and giving you a good sense of direction on where to go next. I kind of like that. I also kind of like the open world exploration decks where it's like, okay, go find your own way. So I'm fine with either, I guess, in Far Cry. And it's a lot of fun. This game, I really, really was enjoying this game immensely. And here I get another mission to deliver supplies to a secret base for the Golden Path where they're planning some kind of attack or something, and they need supplies. And I fucked this up and failed this a few times. But this is the last thing that I did. So we're coming up on the end of this little run here. Which is good because I've been talking for an hour and 26 minutes straight and I'm running out of things to talk about. You guys excited for spring training? That should, I think, catchers and pitchers will report to Arizona very soon. The Rangers are going to be interesting this year, man, because new hitting coach, new pitching coach, new manager, and some of the pieces from last year's team are gone. Most importantly, Adrian Beltre. Now, I think they signed Asdrubal Cabrera. So they have someone to play third base, but it's still... Anybody you can get to play third base that isn't Adrian Beltre is going to be inferior to Adrian Beltre. He's retiring, and it kind of bums me out because I love watching him play. I love watching him interact with Elvis Andrus, and the Rangers are going to retire his number, and I don't blame them one bit, because, boy, he was good for them. You know, reward him. For his years of loyal service to the Rangers kind of thing, you know what I mean? And they're doing the number retirement ceremony one day before my birthday, I believe. So maybe my dad and I and my uncle can all go see that. That'd be a lot of fun to do that for my birthday. Would be awesome. Hopefully they'll win. Hopefully they won't be terrible next year, because they were terrible. They were terrible the year before last. They were even worse last year. And watching baseball, as much as I love my Rangers, watching baseball when you know the team is going to be bad gets frustrating. I do it anyway because I love baseball so much and I enjoy watching them, especially when it all comes together and they do play well. And hopefully the new manager and new coaches and everything will work out. But the bullpen and the pitching staff are in uncharted territory right now, and I don't know what to expect, and I'm kind of scared that it's going to be another disaster of a season, and I don't know what to expect. I don't expect huge things from them, but they're changing enough that it's obvious that they're like, okay, this isn't working, we need to try something different, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You caught yourself on fire. I probably should have used my weapon here instead of hacking these guys up with my fucking knife, but I won. And then healed myself. You can hear the package beeping. There it is. Right after I set myself on fire, I pick it up.
Great. One more to go. Good luck.
He has you pick up 2 packages, and then he's got a certain amount of time that you have to deliver them, and it's the delivering them where I failed it multiple times because I just got lost trying to fucking find wherever the fuck he is. I didn't have anywhere near as much trouble the very first time I did it, so I don't know why I had so much trouble this time. Oh well. But Yeah, I got lost trying to find where I was supposed to be going. Boy, this game's so pretty. I really love the look of it. I love these mountainous, like, snowy regions and shit, and everything. Like, this game's gorgeous. I really appreciate how it looks. I want to go back and play more of this, but I can't. Not right now, anyway. I need to finish Metal Gear Solid 4 so I can actually play Metal Gear Solid 5. Which I haven't played yet, even though even though I admit to being a fucking Metal Gear Solid fanboy. Like, I'm gonna play through and beat Metal Gear Solid 1 again on the PlayStation Classic because I'll probably beat it twice, so I can get both endings.
Thank you.
Fucking looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. But I'm probably gonna wait to beat that with the 8-bit dough so I can play it with analog, because Metal Gear Solid without analog sounds like kind of a frustrating nightmare to me. Like, the RPGs, Final Fantasy VII, it'll be fine with the standard controller that it comes with. So will Wild Arms, and I think probably Revelations Persona will be fine too. Some of the games, Twisted Metal, obviously, that's how it was always played. So, kind of hard to complain too much when that's how I played it back in the day. An analog controller would have been better for it, but that wasn't there at launch, and it was a launch title. But Metal Gear Solid and Siphon Filter? Okay, I have to make sure I hit every single tree on my way there. Every single one. At this point, I've just basically given up, and I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm going to fucking shoot the shit out of you. Fail. Yeah. I love that game so much. I love that series so much, and it bothers me, honestly, that I haven't played 4 yet, or 5 yet. And that's why I've been gradually playing through the whole series. I want to do video reviews and Let's Plays of the whole goddamn series. I want to Let's Play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Portable Ops and probably Peace Walker, although I probably won't do Chapter 5 of Peace Walker. I'll just tell you guys, Chapter 5... just straight up, Chapter 5 sucks in Peace Walker. It's so, like, it's like, do these stupid, repetitive, nonsense side missions so to give Zadornov time to escape, and do that like 6 times so you can get the final boss. And it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It is not fun. It's repetitive and annoying. So if you play through that, just look up what the fuck happens at the end. Like, seriously, just look it up. You'll be better off that way. Here I fail it again. I think I get it on the 3rd time. But just look up what happens. You'll be better off instead of playing through mindless, repetitive nonsense with little to no story, except for when you finally reach the final boss and the annoying fight that ensues there. The ending of the original ending, when the credits roll for the first time, is so much better than the ending that you do get, and it seemed like a logical point in the game, and then it's like, after the credits roll, it's like, oh, by the way, there's more, and you're like, how the fuck is there more, motherfucker? I did everything you asked. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think, yeah, here I just book it. I just book it. And like, fuck it. I'm running for it. I think this is the time that I make it. I believe this is the time that I make it. But yeah, I want to do that, and I want to do video reviews of it, but I won't do it here on YouTube if I do that. So I'll just give you guys like, hey, I'm doing this over on BitChute, because if I do it on YouTube, I'm going to get hammered with tons and tons of copyright claims from Konami, even for video reviews. I know they'll do that. That's what they do. It's goddamn annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. Yep, this is the time I make it. So you get this conversation here at the end of it when you finally fucking do it, and it took me 3 tries, but I got this. This was the last thing that I did in the game, so thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would be greatly appreciated. We will talk to you guys next time. Thanks, everybody, and goodbye. Make sure you ring the bell to get notifications when I upload stuff. And if you could share this video, that would help me out a lot. Talk to you later, everybody. Goodbye.
Longinus is a little crazy, but if you want guns, he's the man you should see. I'll update your map.